You've seen this one. A grainy 40-second clip, shaky camera, someone's phone recording a TV screen, and the caption, GTA 6 early build footage, my buddy works at Rockstar. March 2026. This exact video ripped through Reddit, Twitter, gaming news sites, millions of views in 48 hours. Major outlets ran stories. Analysis videos dropped within hours. 5 days later, the creator posted a confession video titled, "I tricked the internet with a fake GTA 6 leak, sorry Rockstar." And he meant every word. Here's the thing. This wasn't a quick Photoshop job. This was 4 months of deliberate, meticulous work by a single person, designed specifically to exploit how we consume leaks. And he documented everything. The tools he used, the psychology he exploited, the exact moment he knew he'd gone too far. This is how one person fooled millions and why it worked. But more importantly, this is how to never fall for it again. First, let's understand why GTA 6 leaks are different from any other game. Rockstar releases maybe 1 trailer per year, sometimes less. The information drought is biblical. When the real GTA 6 leak happened in 2022, actual stolen development footage from a hacker, it showed rough, unfinished gameplay, placeholder assets, debugged menus everywhere. That leak trained everyone to expect leaked footage to look rough, unpolished, like an early build. And that was the vulnerability Tenshi decided to exploit. His logic was simple. If real leaked footage looks terrible, then making terrible-looking footage would feel more authentic than something polished. He called it inverse quality perception. The worse it looked, the more real it seemed. Compression artifacts weren't bugs, they were features. On March 1st, 2026, Tenshi posted his fake footage on a burner Instagram account. The caption claimed it came from a former Rockstar employee. The video was 40 seconds long, blurry, shaky, showing what appeared to be the player character Jason walking across a bridge in Vice City. Within hours, it was everywhere. Gaming subreddits, Twitter threads with millions of impressions, Discord servers running frame-by-frame analysis. The hunger was real. And here's where it gets interesting. Major gaming news outlets, GameSpot, Games Radar, multiple others, picked up the story before anyone verified anything. 5 days. That's how long it took for Tenshi to come clean. He uploaded his confession video titled, "I tricked the internet with a fake GTA 6 leak. Sorry Rockstar." In his own words, the response was way bigger than I expected. He'd set out to test the system. The system failed spectacularly. So how did he actually build it? Let's break down the technical craft. Because this wasn't amateur hour. This was surgical. The character model, supposedly Jason from GTA 6, was built using Unreal Engine's MetaHuman system. Tenshi admitted openly that his Jason looks nothing like the real one. But here's the clever part. Heavy compression hid all the flaws. The more he degraded the video quality, the harder it became to spot the differences. The bridge in the video, he reconstructed it using Trailer 2 landmarks from the official GTA 6 trailer, combined with real Google Maps data from the Venetian Causeway in Miami. He imported actual GTA 5 assets for the vehicles in the background. Real game files, repurposed. The cars didn't look out of place because technically they weren't. Then came the finishing touch. Fake debug menus, UI elements, memory statistics scrolling in the corner. The kind of technical overlay you'd only see in an early development build. Think about what he understood. Real leaks look messy. They have artifacts. They're recorded badly on purpose, to avoid detection. So he made his fake look exactly like that. 4 months of work. From initial planning to final render to strategic upload timing. All for 40 seconds of footage that most people watched once and immediately shared. When asked why he did it, Tenshi's answer was surprisingly honest. Quote, "I wanted to give the community something to actually talk about. And honestly, that tracks." In early 2026, Rockstar had been silent for months. Delay rumors were everywhere. The community was starving for content, any content. That desperation, that hunger for news, created the perfect conditions for a hoax. When people want something to be true badly enough, they stop looking for reasons it isn't. The gaming community split hard on whether this was clever commentary or harmful deception. Some praised it as an impressive technical achievement. Others called it a waste of everyone's time. But here's the uncomfortable question nobody was really asking. Why did it work so well? Why did multiple news outlets run stories without basic verification? The answer is economics. In gaming journalism, being first matters more than being right. A story about a potential GTA 6 leak gets clicks, whether it turns out to be real or not. Tenshi didn't just exploit gamers' desperation. He exploited an entire media ecosystem optimized for speed over accuracy. The irony is brutal. His fake was what he called easily debunked. The metahuman face was wrong. The GTA 5 vehicles were recognizable. The debug overlays were generic. Nobody checked. And that's the real lesson here. It's not that Tenshi was a master forger. It's that he understood we weren't really looking. So how do you protect yourself from the next fake? First, and this sounds obvious but nobody does it, check the source account. Tenshi used a burner Instagram with zero history. Any leaked content arriving via an anonymous account with no verification history should trigger immediate skepticism. That's not paranoia. That's pattern recognition. Second, pay attention to potato quality. When footage is deliberately degraded, you should consider why. Real leakers want to share information. Fakers want to hide flaws. Next time you see a leak, consider demanding cleaner evidence. If someone has real footage, they could provide a clear frame. If they can't, or won't, that tells you something. Third, understand that modern tools make faking easier than ever. Unreal Engine's MetaHuman is free. AI upscaling exists. The technical barrier to convincing forgery has collapsed. You might want to assume any leaked development footage could be fabricated until officially confirmed. That's not cynicism. It's the new baseline for digital literacy. Finally, and this is the big one, content droughts create vulnerability. When Rockstar goes silent for months, the community's hunger for information becomes exploitable. Consider recognizing that feeling in yourself. That excitement when a leak drops during a news drought. That's exactly when you're most likely to share without checking. Here's a practical approach. When you see unverified leak content, try waiting 24 hours before engaging. If it's real, it'll still be real tomorrow. If it's fake, someone will have caught it. Because here's what Tenshi proved. The internet doesn't verify, it amplifies. The first account to share gets the engagement. The correction comes later, quieter, to smaller audiences. That asymmetry, viral lie, whispered correction, is baked into how platforms work. And it's not going to change, so we have to. Tenshi's confession video has now been watched more times than the original fake. The lesson itself became content, the snake eating its tail. And honestly, whether you think Tenshi was making art, making a point, or just making trouble, he exposed something real. The infrastructure of trust is thinner than we thought. If you find yourself wanting this kind of breakdown more often, hitting subscribe means you won't miss the next one. We cover stories like this weekly. Here's your takeaway checklist. Anonymous source? Skeptical. Potato quality? Skeptical. News drought timing? Skeptical. Lack of verification from official channels? You know the answer. Because Tenshi's hoax wasn't actually about GTA 6, it was about us, how we consume information, how quickly we share before we think, how desperately we want things to be real. 4 months of work, 40 seconds of footage, 5 days of viral chaos, 1 confession video, and millions of people reminded that seeing isn't believing anymore. The tools exist for anyone to fabricate convincing content. The platforms exist to amplify it instantly. The only filter left is you. I'm your host at Internet Mythbusters. Stay skeptical, check your sources, and remember, the most convincing fakes are built for people who want to believe. See you next time.